epic poem. You just start it and then you're in there. And in a way you kind of you don't know what's going on the outside. You know, you're just on stage and you're surrounded by these incredible performers who just they morph into these characters, and you are affected. I know I am affected by them in a real visceral way. So I don't really quite know. It's only at the end. I think today was the first day I smiled during the curtain call, because I'm just still in shock, because it's such an epic tale and it takes you on such a ride that you can't do it but to do it. You have to be in it and you have to be taken over by it in a kind of way. It's a big task, one that has been done before by Andre de Shields and Lilias White, and those other spectacular performers who have played Hermes, and I also feel a great responsibility to do a good job.
Yeah, I found it very moving tonight. It was, I'm feeling things emotionally in a way that, having lived with the piece for so long, it's sort of like you run out of tears, but new ones have arrived for this cast, because everyone really feels like they're bringing their authentic selves to the roles, and it feels alive and new in a way that's very exciting to me.
It's just a dream, really. I mean, this is one of my favorite cities, and this show, when I saw it on Broadway, I was like, I have to be a part of this, and it's an absolute dream, really.
I think we're all well aware of the Trojan amount of work that it takes to make something like this happen, and the piece requires a lot of heart. I think that's the material that Anaïs has given us, and I feel delighted that it's got a home here in the West End. I really, really love doing this piece.
We know what a great piece it is, don't we? But the more we've sort of been doing it, and the more people have just been with us on the journey, it's amazing.
Just pride in this group. We really set out to take care of each other and bring our whole hearts to this, and we did it.
Yeah, it's the community. It's
it's really about the people.
It really is about the people, and every show at the moment has been so different as well. Because it really is about the people who are coming to it, and then how we're feeling on the day with them as well. It's such a beautiful thing. It's so organic in a way that it kind of transpires. So yeah,
very special experience.
From the get-go, everybody said we're not stepping into other people's shoes, this is our version of the show, and I've really felt like we've had the space to be creative and create these parts and put our own spin on them, which has been amazing. So yeah, it's been incredibly supportive, and everybody's individuality has been celebrated, which is incredible.
When I do this, I call upon, Rapso and Calypso and Soca and the way that we do music in Trinidad and Tobago, and I call upon all of that. So to kind of let rip with all of that, it's just a very, very cool moment in the show.
I think the benefit of us doing our own accents would be that it gives the show a context that maybe it didn't intend itself to have, which is it kind of reflects a London that we know and live in now, and that everyone being from America kind of localizes it, but I think everybody bringing their own experience, their own voice to it, makes it this kind of eclectic melting pot of experience that I think anyone can kind of identify or locate themselves in, and I think that's a really special thing to have here in the West End.
It feels much more like a chamber piece inside this theatre than it did at the Olivier, and that's what's so different about it. Yeah,
our creative team gave us so much power and so much confidence to bring ourselves. That is a testament to the way that they ran the room, that we were able
They
to
brought
explore.
so much knowledge. They brought so much that they gave us that really helped us find our version of these three faiths.
We all have a real understanding, like Bella said, of kind of how we've all approached this, and we spent so much time working on it that it's all kind of gelled into this hive mind. And I think when we're in that mode, we lock in.
Yeah.
But when we get off stage, we're our normal chaotic selves.
Agree.
Yeah.
Just three sisters of pure chaos.
Yes, and I love it. I find that people notice things about us that we don't even notice when we're on stage. How much we're locked in.
The beautiful thing about this show is that you have to bring yourself to it, because it's so raw and you're so vulnerable up there doing that material that you can't pretend to be somebody else. You have to be yourself, which I think is the most beautiful thing about the show, for sure.
And we have new material in the show for this version as well. We have a new verse in Epic 3. We have a new verse in If It's True. It's one of the things that I think that I'm so in love with these creatives, that they don't just have a product and let it just be successful. They say, no, this is a living work of art, and we will always keep trying to make sure that it works with the people whose mouths it's coming out of, and to make sure that it works in the time that we are. I think it's so beautiful that they just never let it rest.